Disney, you might say they hit a home run. Dan Roberts knows more about this. He spent 4 hours listening to the presentation yesterday. And what do you think is the big takeaway from this? Is it the movie theaters angle, or is it 230 million potential subscribers within 3 years to Disney Plus?
Yeah, Adam, I think the biggest kind of takeaway, or at least what I was most struck by, the sheer volume of content announced. I mean, a mountain of content coming to Disney's 3 streaming platforms in the next 3 to 4 years. Just yesterday, you said 4 hours. It's really close to 5 hours. They announced 60 new shows, 40 new movies. It's kind of mind-boggling. And it's interesting because in the first year of Disney Plus, it thrived and got to 86 million subscribers on only one original series. It had a single original show, and that was The Mandalorian, but that was enough. Now, of course, for its next kind of phase, Disney is just going kitchen sink strategy, kind of like Netflix. In fact, Bob Iger came on at the end of that presentation and said that Disney aims to put 100 new things, so that could be shows or movies, on Disney Plus every year, starting soon. So the sheer volume is crazy. Now, 86 million subscribers for Disney Plus, of course, that's already way past what its projections were when it launched a year ago. Disney said that it aimed for 60 to 90 million by 2024. So now Disney has revised its streaming subscriber projections, as you said, up to 230 to 260 million by 2024. And I'd also zoom out and point you to a big picture financial projection, which is that Disney Plus should be profitable, they say, by 2024. First, though, it'll lose a lot more money. CFO Christine McCarthy said that next year in 2021, she believes Disney Plus should peak in terms of its losses, but they are spending a lot on this platform. And of course, it's not just Disney Plus, it's Hulu, it's ESPN Plus. And the other big takeaway for the sports fans in the building, Disney and ABC cutting a new deal with the SEC network that'll start in 2024 to make Disney's networks the home of SEC college football. So a lot of news. It's kind of overwhelming, but I think if you just take it as a whole, you see why Disney hit all-time highs today and then hit new all-time highs. It's up 14% right now. Kind of wild.
This is maybe inside baseball for Disney. You would know, though. How much of this is, and I will mispronounce his last name, correct me, Bob Chapek, the new CEO, how much of this is his stewardship, or how much of this is Bob Iger pulling strings behind the scenes?
Yeah, this is Bob Iger. All due respect to Chapek, who was running parks. And let's remember, before the pandemic, theme parks were the profit engine of this company. Of course, now we're all talking about streaming. Disney has successfully kind of distracted the market and said, look over here, it's streaming. We saw that even though Disney had a loss for its 2020 fiscal year, after its Q4 earnings a month ago, the stock went up anyway, because investors are now bullish enough on streaming that they'll ignore the other bad news. Anyway, all due respect to Bob Chapek, who was running parks and is now CEO, Iger is almost CEO in all but name. He's still there as chairman, and he's now heading up the creative pipeline. And of course, stories have reported that this is his real passion. He's always wanted to be in charge of the content, the creative. He came on at the beginning of the call and assured investors that even though they're announcing so much stuff, so much sheer volume, he said Disney always wants to focus on quality over volume. Although, man, considering the number of things announced, it's sort of hard to buy that.
Like volume.
But it's Bob Iger steering the original content push.
Dan, in 20 seconds, can you convince us why movie theaters will not be dead in 2 years?
Yeah, look, I'm a lover of movie theaters, so I'm a little biased, but I think we're going to get a vaccine. Eventually, people will return to theaters. Maybe they'll still want to wear masks. Maybe they'll still block off rows. But Disney proved that it's still committed to theaters. It didn't go the Warner Brothers route by announcing that its 2021 movies will go straight to streaming. It's still planning and hoping for big blockbuster releases with things like Black Widow and other Marvel movies.